For decades, the luxury SUV segment has been dominated by the likes of Mercedes, BMW, Hummer, and Range Rover. But now, there's a new kid in town. The dominance of these brands has been put on notice by Chinese startup BAW, short for Beijing Automobile Works, with their Stone 01 extended range EV SUV. In typical Chinese EV fashion, Stone 01 is not the only name this SUV is sold under. It's also sold as the Jishi 01, as well as the Polestones 01 in different markets. But for the sake of this video, we'll continue to call it the Stone 01. BAW has collaborated with Pininfarina for the design of the Stone 01, and their ambitions become pretty obvious the moment you first lay eyes on it. Just like the recently unveiled Yangwang U8, Haval Raptor, and the Jetour Traveler, the Stone 01 has a striking resemblance to the massively popular Land Rover Defender. Let's look at the proportions first. The Stone 01 measures 5,050 mm long and 1,980 mm wide and 1,869 mm tall, compared to the footprint of the Defender 110, which stands at 5,018 mm long, 2,008 mm wide, and 1,967 mm tall. Due to the shared design language, the profile looks nearly identical to Land Rover's offerings from the same angles. The pronounced wheel arches, sculpted side gills that house the turn signals on either side, the chunky door handles, and a straight character line running along the flanks all contribute to this resemblance to the newly unveiled Defender. Additionally, the blacked-out B-pillars and roof create a visually unified silhouette which we first saw in the Range Rover Evoque all those years ago, further strengthening the Stone 01's Land Rover association. Moving back to the front, the Stone 01's boxy grille with its bold horizontal slats evokes memories of classic luxury SUVs. But the flanking Y-shaped headlights with integrated daytime running lights bring it to the 21st century and add a touch of modernity. These headlights definitely channel some inner Range Rover vibes, injecting a dose of sophistication into the BAW's rugged persona. The headlights aren't the only design cue that proves that the Stone 01 is more than a mere retro throwback. Look closer and you'll find more subtle hints of modern design. The T-shaped LED headlights mentioned earlier offer excellent nighttime visibility, with a distinctive light signature that makes this SUV stand apart from the competition no matter the day or night. You'll also find a LiDAR sensor mounted up top, hinting at the BAW's potential for advanced driver assistance systems, something which we'll touch upon later on. This subtle detail shows off that the Stone 01 is more than just a capable off-roader, but also a technologically forward SUV, ready to tackle the challenges of the modern world. While going through the Stone 01's official images, we've picked up on an interesting detail. They suggest that this SUV might come with two rear-end options. The most interesting one features a split tailgate, similar to what you'd find on popular bestsellers like the BMW X5 and the Toyota Land Cruiser. The split tailgate prioritizes practicality, offering easier access to the cargo bay and the perfect place to sit for tailgating parties on the 4th of July. The other option goes all in on the off-road spirit, with a swing-out tailgate hosting a mounted spare wheel almost identical to what you get on the Mercedes G-Wagon. This choice prioritizes ruggedness and functionality over lifestyle activities, making it ideal for those who plan to venture far off the beaten path rather than mall crawling with their brand new SUV. But no matter which tailgates you opt for, all Stone 01s get a sizable rear bumper and a comically small rear window wiper. It's safe to say that this is one of the most interesting Chinese SUVs in recent memory when it comes to the exterior design, and is sure to make the BAW Stone 01 a hot topic if the company ever decides to launch it in Western markets. Now that we've gone through everything this SUV has to offer on the exterior, it's time that we found out what it looks like on the inside. As soon as you step into the driver's seat, you'll be greeted with a two-spoke D-shaped steering wheel that is a sign of the times. The Great Selector is retractable, and the duties of the gauge cluster have been taken over by a high-definition LCD screen, which displays everything the driver needs to know in crystal clear detail. This is far from the only screen inside the Stone 01, however, as there's another massive tablet-style infotainment screen on the center of the dashboard taking care of infotainment duties. BAW is serious about offering its customers nothing but the best, which is why you'll find not one, but two wireless charging pads, a spacious storage storage compartment and a pair of cup holders beneath the main infotainment screen. In keeping with the times, this brawny SUV also gets a digital rear-view mirror that is one of the biggest units we've seen at 9 inches in size. Rear seat passengers also get to enjoy the benefits of a massive infotainment screen which flips down from the roof above the first row. This gives off the vibes of an airliner, but that is not the only special thing about this interior. BAW offers you the choice of picking between either a 6 or 7-seater interior. The 6-seater option offers 2 independent captain's chairs in the second row and 2 more seats in the third row. The 7-seater option adds an additional seat to the third row in a 2+2+3 configuration. An unusual move in this age where automakers would rather replace the second row with a bench seat instead. The 7-seater configuration's captain chairs also have a simpler design compared to the 6-seater configuration, which is why we believe the version with more seats will be offered in entry-level models. It has a party trick that gives the edge over the more expensive model, where the second and third rows can be folded flat to form a king-size bed. Don't let the luxurious interior fool you. The BAW Stone 01 is one of the most camping-friendly vehicles out there, even more than the Land Rovers it tries to imitate. The multifunction rear tailgate has a built-in tray and storage compartment for all your camping goodies, and there's even an awning that can be erected to enhance your camping adventure. BAW claims that it can be erected in just 5 minutes, far better than what other tent systems allows you to do. Oh, and did we mention that the Stone 01 also has an integrated water dispenser and an induction hub? Having looked at both the 01's exterior and interior, there's one thing left for us to do, and that's to dive under the hood, which is where things get interesting. Pop open the hood and you'll find a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine producing 152 horsepower. We know that doesn't sound like much, but hear us out. Here, the internal combustion engine acts as a mere range extender, as the dual electric motors and the 53 kilowatt-hour battery pack act as the main forms of propulsion. Unlike other plug-in hybrids which only have a single electric motor, the Stone 01 comes with a dual motor setup, one on the front axle and another on the back. The one on the front makes 150 kilowatts of power, which equates to around 201 horsepower. The rear motor is the more powerful of the two, making 200 kilowatts or 268 horsepower depending on who you ask. The combined power output margins 500 horsepower, handing it a power advantage over some of its closest rivals like the Li Auto L8. Paired with the aforementioned 56 kilowatt battery pack, the Stone 01 has an impressive EV-only range of 146 miles, which is an impressive feat on its own. But with the range extender in full swing and a full tank of gas, the 01 won't run out of steam until 693 miles pass by. Comparing the BAW Stone 01 to some of its closest rivals, you'll quickly start to see why this brood of an SUV has stirred up the automotive industry upon its debut. A new wave of off-road challengers is emerging from China, and these manufacturers are taking inspiration from the iconic Land Rover Defender, offering electric SUVs that blend rugged aesthetics with modern technology. One of the Stone 01's biggest competitors is the Beijing BJ80, which boasts a design that unmistakably echoes that of the Mercedes G-Wagon, with a hint of Defender thrown in, complete with a flat hood, exposed rivets, and a rear-mounted spare tire. Unlike the BAW, which is a plug-in hybrid, however, the BJ80 goes fully electric, boasting a powerful drivetrain and impressive range. The recently unveiled Skywell ET5 could be another thorn in the BAW's side. This is yet another electric SUV which features a more modern interpretation of the classic Defender silhouette, incorporating LED light bars and a sleek integrated roof rack. While specific details are still emerging, the ET5 promises a spacious interior and a focus on comfort alongside its off-road capabilities. However, the Stone 01's closest competitor might be the Li Auto L8. In an apples-to-apples comparison, the Stone 01 has the edge in off-roading with its big battery and optional gasoline engine for extended range. The L8, on the other hand, prioritizes luxury and comfort with a focus on in-cabin tech. While the L8 is also an EREV, it comes with a smaller battery, suggesting it might favor gasoline power over electricity. Though the L8 might have a similar total range thanks to its engine, engine, the Stone 01 wins hands down on electric range alone. As we touched upon earlier, the Stone 01 offers configurations for 6 or 7 passengers, while the L8 likely sticks to the tried and tested 6 occupants with a focus on individual passenger space. Starting at just 399,900 yen or $47,000, the BAW Stone 01 is priced competitively against its Western rivals. But would its build quality and unproven technology deter buyers from picking one up? Only time will tell. Want to learn more about the latest vehicles coming out of China? Then why not like this video and subscribe to our channel?